This Crestwood Coach Conversation brought to you by Wilson Custom Tree Service. We're with Cadet Boys Basketball Coach Lynn McCormick. And, Coach, you've gotten 5 games in after having a little bit of issues with COVID earlier this year. You got 5 games in. Overall, that's a victory, right?
Well, it is. 5 games in 8 days. I'm not sure that was a victory, but we got them in. That was tough, yeah. After that week off, kids responded really well. We started off with 2 conference wins, and then Waverly beat us at their place. But that was a good, solid basketball game for us. Then we were fortunate enough to get Gladbrook Rhinebeck, and I think the 5th game on Monday night showed up a little bit. Our legs were a little bit tired, and not making excuses. Forest City did a good job shooting the ball, but so we went into the break at 3-2. So.
And what are you most pleased with to this point? What has made you the most happy in the first 5 contests?
Well, I think just our resiliency to go through that COVID thing and make sure kids were ready to play. They did a good job in that week off of staying in good shape, and we had a lot of things in because we were ready to play a game that next week when we got shut down. So it was just kind of fine-tune some things maybe and get ready. And the kids responded really well. I was really happy and proud of the way they responded and handled the games that first week.
And we talked about this in our first conversation, dealing with something like this. If you had an inexperienced team, would that be a little bit more concerning than the experience you had coming back?
Oh, absolutely. We're starting 5 seniors, and they all have played quite a bit. So, I mean, that was real plus for us to have that week where we couldn't practice at all and then get ready for those games. That experience was invaluable, and it sure showed up. If we'd have had some players who didn't have very much varsity experience, it might have been a little bit tougher. But our kids really responded well.
And looking at your stats to this point in the season, you're shooting 46% from the field, and you're only averaging 12 turnovers a game. Are those a couple of stats that make you happy right now?
Oh, you bet, especially the turnovers. You know as well as I do in any team sport, whether it's football or whatever, you turn the ball over, and that really shows up. And when you take care of the ball and you give yourself a chance to score, that really helps. So yeah, that's been a real plus for us.
And looking at some of the individual stats, you got at least 4 guys averaging approximately 8 points a game. Nice to have a lot of weapons, isn't it?
It sure is. Reed Wiley's led us. He's had some great games here for us before Christmas. And Carter had 11 assists here the other day in the Gladbrook Rhinebeck game. He is just a great passer. I haven't had many kids, very rarely, who can pass the ball and find open people like Carter can, along with his rebounding. And Cade Munkles provided some scoring for us, Landon Simiel, and then we even had Austin Johnson off the bench for us the other night, who provided a great lift for us in double figures. So Reed's been the leading scorer, but we've had a lot of help from other guys too.
Well, Carter found a lot of kids on the football field in the fall. It kind of just transitioned once you started hoops, seemingly.
Yeah, it did. He like I said, I've told you before, he's played varsity. This is his 4th year. He played as a freshman, and I could see as an 8th grader his passing ability, and he's just he finds people. Some of the passes he makes, it just kind of amazes me. But he finds them, and that's a lot of the reason other kids are scoring. He is so unselfish, and he just keeps everybody involved and does a great job. And fortunately, we're finishing a lot of those passes that he completes too.
How are you going to manage the holiday break from a practice perspective?
Well, we're going to be off now till the 28th. We played Monday night the 21st, so we'll be off till the 28th. We come back then. We got 3 practices, and we're going to have a scrimmage over break. Then we get into January and play the first Tuesday in January. Coming to Decorah to play the Vikings. You always know how that game is going to be.
And you normally really boring and one-sided and everything like that, Decorah and Cresco, right?
Oh yeah, really. I don't know if we've had more than even a handful or even that many games that have been one-sided and boring. They've been close games, going all the way back a few years to a 4 overtime game, and some great tournament games. And it just seems that we have great battles with Decorah, and they're always fun. I love going down there and seeing Coach Carlson and playing against those guys. Sometimes being so close, our kids know some of their kids. It's just a fun game and always a great game to be in.
And a game like that, now that you guys are in 2A and as compared to 3A, we've been in different classes, the two programs over the years. It's a one you can just concentrate on getting yourselves better now. Is that fair to say?
Well, it is, except Darren, we're 3A again this year.
Okay.
So
okay.
We're the second smallest 3A by 2 students. So we are back to 3A, and I'm sure we'll see Decorah as well as our other 3A schools, probably Charles City and Waverly, in the tournaments when we get that far. But again, no matter what the class or what the date is or when it is in the season, they're great games to be a part of and to watch.
Sorry for not doing my homework, Teach. You can give me an F for the day. So.
Oh, that's okay. You haven't made many mistakes over your career. We'll forgive you for one.
All right. I can always erase the tape too. But most importantly, Coach, Merry Christmas to you and your family and everyone around cadet basketball. And here's to having a safe and healthy and happy break and good January and February of basketball before the fun really starts at the end of February.
Well, thanks, Darren. The same to you and your new bride, and Merry Christmas to you. And we want to wish happy holidays from everybody here at our Crestwood boys basketball team, and everyone stay safe and be healthy.
All right, Lynn McCormick with our Crestwood Cadet Coach Conversation, brought to you by Wilson Custom Tree Service.